Hi, Jenny. So, kind of bounced around a lot there in the first lesson, doing, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. So I just want to touch on a couple of things that we did do, and we'll just so you can have it. Obviously you don't need to go through this, before the next lesson, but in your own time. So one of the first things we did was "Happier" by Ed Sheeran. So we wrote down the chords, which were A minor, F major seven, and then C. Okay, so that's A minor, F major seven. Now I think we were doing you were doing the F major seven like this with just three fingers, starting on the fourth string. So that's fine. But what can help kind of thicken out the chord a little bit, make it sound a bit more full, is if you, with that shape, if you bring up your third finger to the next string and then bring your little finger where that was. So then you have. So it's just a bit of a fuller sound. Okay, and then it sets you up quite well to get to the C easily because all you have to do from there is just lift the little finger and bring the middle finger up. So there's F major 7, C. Okay, so that wasn't all he was doing though. So now you can hear in the actual recording of it, the guitar player is using his fingers. Okay, now you don't absolutely have to. If the pleck is more comfortable, you can do the same thing with the pleck pretty much. So, but we'll just go through it anyway. So if you want to try it with the fingers, you want your thumb on the bass string, whatever that might be. It's in this case, it's usually the A string, but depending on the chord, it could be the E as well. So, and then the next few strings down, you've got your thumb here on this one, then your first finger under the D string, second finger under the G, third finger under the B string. So you can get all those with kind of one motion, okay? So we're just picking down. Oh. So you've got a little bit of variation in there, right? So we're going. Now he comes up here with the F major 7, but instead of putting his middle finger straight down like you would normally, he sort of has it open and then hammers on. So if you want to just practice that on its own, so you've got first finger, second string, first fret, these two up here, third fret on the fourth and fifth, and then open G in between those, and you can hammer on. So just give yourself plenty of clearance, as much clearance as you can to kind of slap down on it. And then he does it again for the C, but on the fourth string. Okay, so you've got. So now you can just as easily do that with the pleck as well. So. So that kind of goes back to what we were talking about, when you can play the chord, but you can sort of put a little bit of melody into the chord as well by just changing a thing or two about it, right? So if you, let's say, we'll do a different chord like E minor, so maybe third finger or fourth finger up here on the third fret. On the first string, maybe on the second string, leave it off, take this one off. You do that sort of hammer on technique there. Let's take D, middle finger off, third little finger in on the third fret, maybe your first finger. So it's all sorts of little variations. So it's very trial and error. Some of them won't really work, though. Some of them might sound a bit weird, but most of them will. And you don't necessarily have to know what they are to know that you like them. So another little thing we did was the pentatonic scale. So all I want you to do with this now is just learn the scale, get familiar with it. So the kind of the fun begins when you start kind of putting phrases together, putting the techniques together. So for now though, we'll start off in the open position. So this is going to be the E minor pentatonic scale, okay? Because it starts with an E note. Okay, so we're going open, third fret, middle finger, or your third finger if you want, but not your first because you have to go back to the second fret for that one. So third fret, second, 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 third, third. Okay, and try and go back down with it as well, starting from the top. Okay? So easy enough scale to remember, right? It's two notes on every string. First of every two starts in the same spot, in this case on the open position. And then you're going up by 3, 2, 2, 2, 3, 3. And back down the way, that's 3, 3, 2, 2, 2, 3. Okay? And then the other one, I had a look at the list there. Never Enough was another one of the songs that you were interested in. So that's in the key of G sharp major, okay, which is a bit of an awkward one because obviously it's going to be all bar chords. So there's your your chords, right? So it's G sharp major, D sharp major, so that's D up a fret, then F sharp or F major or minor, excuse me. So G sharp major, D sharp major, F major, minor. Okay, so to make it a bit easier, what you can do is you can get a capo, which I think you told me you have. We can put it on the first fret. So now everything's taken up once, so G becomes G sharp. So there's just a regular G chord, D, and E minor. So that's still really G sharp major, D sharp major, and F minor. But because everything is already shifted up for you, you can just play G, D, E minor. Okay, so that's the first few chords in that song. So try and push on ahead and see if you can figure out any more of it. Okay, I think you come up against a C in there as well. So just see how you get on, and we'll explore it a bit more later. All right, so plenty in that. I'll see you next time.